Welcome to Mom Stars series. Today we have our proud mom, Mrs. Lani. Thank you, ma'am, for giving your so precious time. Welcome to the Mom Stars series.
Thank you. Thank you for having me in your Momstar series.
Okay. Ma'am, can you please tell me something about yourself?
Yes, my name is Lenny,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm from Arunachal Pradesh. And I'm a first time mom, and I also am a government servant.
Mm-hmm.
And, and I'm happy to be here in your Momstar series.
Okay, fine. And can you please share us about your breastfeeding journey?
Yes, like since I'm a first time mom,
Mm-hmm.
like everything was a new for me. And I had a low milk supply,
Mm-hmm.
and therefore like my baby was fed formula milk for
Mm-hmm.
2 months, 2 months around, yes, till 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
She had formula milk and she was completely bottle fed
Mm-hmm.
because of my low milk supply. But after after 1.5 months or something, like I started pumping,
Mm-hmm.
and the schedule for pumping I saw it in the internet and I followed it, and it was very hectic for me because like I had to pump it every 2 hours. So in a day, like I used to pump like more than 8 times, maybe 10 times. I used to pump around 10 times.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but like after like 2 months or
Mm-hmm.
something, uh, like I was successfully able to stop formula milk. My milk
Okay.
supply had improved to great extent that
Mm-hmm.
I did not have to feed formula milk. But the thing was that now, even though I had milk supply, she was completely into bottle feeding.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to transition from bottle feeding to exclusively breastfeeding. So I searched internet for like how to transition from bottle feeding to breastfeeding. And so I saw in the YouTube this Mom Star series of some moms.
Mm-hmm.
And that is how I got to know about Dr. Tanima Single's Maa-Si Care Clinic as well.
Okay,
And
that's nice,
now my
ma'am.
baby is 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
She's exclusively breastfed now.
Okay, that's very nice. And ma'am, what was your biggest challenge in your breastfeeding?
Okay, I had some three challenges.
Mm-hmm.
First was I had a low milk supply.
Okay.
Second was like after delivery,
Mm-hmm.
I had postpartum depression as well.
Okay.
And like I had a delivery through C-section, and it was already very tough for me having to move with the C-section scar. And
Mm-hmm.
then on top of that, I had to breastfeed, which was like I was struggling with breastfeeding, and it's further like it further accelerate like elevated my or you can say increase my postpartum depression. Then and lastly the third thing was like no one in my family knew about postpartum depression, so I did not get much emotional support in that matter. But physically, of course, I had got support, that I'll give credit, but emotionally I did not get much support. It was very tough for me. And even when I was trying to breastfeed, there were people saying that it will not be possible now for you. From bottle
Mm-hmm.
to breastfeeding and transitioning is nearly impossible. Once the baby start having bottle feeding, they will prefer bottle only.
Okay.
So these were my really like challenges, some of my biggest challenges.
Okay, fine. And ma'am, can you please tell us how was your experience with Maa-Si Care Clinic lactation expert?
Okay, I had a very good experience actually in this Maa-Si Care Clinic, because like I've shared that I had this postpartum depression. Like
Mm-hmm.
on like the drop of hat, I used to cry, and at all times I used to feel so melancholic, so sad, no. And and I didn't know how to transition now from bottle feeding to breastfeeding, because she was being breastfed, she was being bottle fed. Anyone could bottle feed her. I did not even feel like I'm a mother. So that feeling of mother, like I've only just given birth, but like I was not able to bond with the baby because
Mhm.
others were bottle feeding her. And I was pumping, like I've shared before. I was pumping,
Mhm.
but it was a very haphazard, like a very stressful situation for me. Then after I got connected with Maa-Si Care Clinic,
Mhm.
Dr. Tanima, she streamlined my thoughts. I was able to streamline my thoughts and then like know where, like with that guidance, I
Mhm.
knew what to do and what not to do. And my stress, it was like I got relieved to great extent because of Maa-Si Care Clinic. No,
Mhm.
like I knew now what to do
Okay.
instead of just some haphazard on my own. No,
Mhm.
and also like my uh, breast milk supply also has increased. No, and
Mhm.
I was finally able to transition after 1 month with Maa-Si Care Clinic. I was uh, finally able to transition completely from bottle to breastfeeding.
Okay. Fine. And ma'am, how's the experience with your team and the other staff members?
Yes, I had a very good experience with the team and the staff as well. May it be either scheduling or rescheduling of my appointments.
Okay.
It was quite flexible. Like they did it well, and that whenever I had any queries, I used WhatsApp, and they used to give me the feedback immediately. So even on that, like I will say, I had a very positive experience.
Okay. And ma'am, what's your opinion about the online consultation?
So online consultation has been a great blessing. It has
Mhm.
been like because see, we are in a very far away places. Not just me. There are so
Mhm.
many other people who might be in very far places, and they might be hesitant to travel so far. That will it even be successful? So, but online consultation has saved me and others um, time, money, and energy as well.
Mhm.
Especially if we have to rebook or if we have to schedule another appointment and all, it will not be possible to come again and again from so far and to wait for 1 week, then another week. So it was made possible. This journey of my transition from bottle feeding to breastfeeding was made possible because of online consultation also.
Okay. And what the message you want to give to other expected and fellow mothers?
So I would like to ask them to be very optimistic, even
Mhm.
though in the beginning the journey might seem so tough, like because I have experienced that as well. Plus with my postpartum depression, the
Mhm.
journey seems so tough that how will I even be able to breastfeed my baby, because I know the importance of breastfeeding over formula feeding and over bottle feeding as well. I want to tell them that it is possible. I was able to do it, and so all of you also can do it, no? And with right guidance, you'll surely be able to achieve one day being exclusively, like being a exclusively breastfed mother like me. That is what I would like to tell them. And also I would like to add that in my this postpartum depression, the journey, I was able to share with Dr. Tanima,
Mhm.
it was a great like a relief for me. Like it was like a relief balm for me. I was able to tell my emotions, share my
Mhm.
emotions and my frustrations with her. This frustration of breastfeeding, because in my family around me, no one had experienced this low milk supply like me, so they were not able to understand it. But connecting with Maa-Si Care Clinic,
Mhm.
I was further able to share my feelings and thoughts. So I would like to encourage other expectant mother or even fellow mothers who are struggling like me with low milk supply, and then also or bottle feeding, all these problems, if they're suffering like me, I would like them to also connect with Maa-Si Care Clinic. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us.
Thank you very much.